Welcome back to Digiburst, guys. Today I wanted to show off a new deck I've been working with. So I am playing version 2 DM on the right against my friend playing a new deck of the new set, CS or Cyber Sleuth based deck. Yeah, that's the one. So we just go into the simple Digimon and we will tuck under a source with the training into a Jade boost, because a lot of them get a blue or a green. So we'll get the Invisimon, so I have my top end confirmed. I think I was thinking on whether I wanted to do that level 4, because I didn't have a level 4 at the time, but I thought it was more likely I'm going to draw into level 4 because I had some more pieces that could search me cards and, you know, just let me draw out some cards passively past turn. So I opted to risk it, therefore I grabbed the level 6 when I could. They set up the Tamer plus Rookie in the back and a delay. So that's a pretty good turn for them to be passive. So we'll just go into a training again, grab another source underneath the Digimon, and then I do find the 4 into Cafeteria and I just go passive in the back. Now I've got a good setup play to go into my Vademon next turn and the Invisimon as well. Though thinking about pushing up and using the Tamer to pop out other Tamers, but instead they'll just go play out the I forget names. But the 5 cost one that can go into the Alpha one with the level 4 there. Think about how they're going to spend their turn. I think they're missing maybe some line, but they've already pushed out, so they've committed to this play. So when they tuck under, they're going to gain a draw using the inherent effect, then gain back some memory with the new effect when it comes into a Powermon. Into level 4 again, we've already got 2 Tamers on the board, so we'll be playing our Tamer. They didn't seem to find the level 5, I think. So they are just going to hit and remove the Digimon before I was going to remove it with like a Vademon level 6 effect. Tapping their Tamer, they're able to grab back the source and then play the Ami. So they're able to keep some resources on board, but overall that the turn was kind of mid, really. Pushing out, I can use my analog boy to tap game memory, draw a card and put a source under. Now I've got lots of sources underneath the Cafeteriamon. When I put a source under with the analog boy, this will trigger the blue egg to evo up for cost reduced by 1 into the Vademon. Because I had 3 sources and the egg reducing it by 1, it was a free evolution. Because I've still got 3 memory here, so going into the Invisimon here will keep turn, and now I've set up the trap. So I can swing with the Invisi, this will tuck itself into security, the Vademon will battle the analog, and because I've got the jamming underneath the Vademon, it's going to look fine, and now the analog will come back end of turn to remove any threat he puts on board. And of course flipping over the security is nice too, to ensure I'm not hitting anything nasty. Into the delay, I can grab another piece and pass turn in a nice passive move. I will restand the Vademon because it has the face down source, which will trigger the analog to restand it. And I did remove a Tamer with the Vademon Evo, so that was really good too. So they go make a level 4 in the back, and they're just trying to find a piece to recover. Reeling top 3, they're able to grab a Golden Numemon, and Invisi coming out will reveal the top card in security. There's another Mega. Maybe they are missing their Mega line, because that is 2 Megas in the top of their security that they might be missing. We can go into a Rookie in the back once they find the right one. Oh, we need to trigger the analog first to tap, gain a memory, draw a card, tuck 1 under. Then we go into our Rookie in the back. We're going to training up, get a source under. Remember that you can always look at the bottom sources that you have underneath the Digimon, so I'm going to have a peek at that every time when I train. Punching with the Vademon, when attacking, I can trash a source to remove a Tamer or Digimon that's 4 cost or less back to hand. It's really, really nice to continuously use that effect in order to remove these nasty Tamers, make sure they keep off their memory. And of course, Veidmon has the jamming, which is really good too. Resetting the Veidmon here. I've got lots of sources in the back. I've got a rookie pushing out next turn. So many delays, so many tamers. They're not looking pretty right now, but they can do their tucking scenario. The Terrier, now that it's face up on the board being triggered, will play out the Ami that I bounce back to hand. This will trigger the egg to evo up for 1 less into the other level 4, the Guardromon, I think. This will de-digital something and then do something minus 3k. Into the Rise Greymon. This will play out a Tamer if he only had 1 or less, but he's got 2. Having to pitch that delay so they can keep turn into the level 6. Kentorusmon will put a yellow card in top, so they're going to put that yellow Tamer, the yellow Alphamon Tamer. I just got to have a look at it to confirm what it was. It was quite quick. They can punch with the Kentorusmon and then re-stand by pitching the top security card, hitting over the Invisimon. They're trying to go on defense here. Then when they play the Guardromon, I think it only gets one of the effect, either being the Digivolve or the -3. Okay, but because it keeps the -3 for the end of turn, this will remove the Kabuterimon. So I can push out my Betamon. I'm going to trigger the analog to put a source under and gain that memory. Because I've got less cards in hand, I'm going to trigger the second one. The second one can trigger off the putting under first. That way you can get your draw before you trigger the other analog to put a source under. A little bit of like card hand manipulation here, but yeah, it works off better that way. Into the Garurumon. Garurumon can put a source face down under from my hand to strip out as many sources equal to the excuse me, equal to the face down sources I have. So I can take out 4 sources here and leave him with just an egg. That way when I go into a Veidmon, I can de-digivolve the level 6, which will become the egg and be removed, and then I can pitch a face down card to bounce a Tamer or something. So I think I bounce the Ami. So hitting the Veidmon, I give him another Ami again. And now I just want to remove that Guardromon, so we're just going to go into the Giza, training up, and then probably into the 4 then the 5, so that yeah, into the Kabuteri for the 2. We're just going to read the how the Alphamon Tamer triggers, because it triggers when something is deleted, so I want to remove this Guardromon by not deleting it. So the Mamemon is the perfect way to do it, tucking a source under from the trash and restanding. I mean, they can evo up into it from the fact that it's a Tamer, but I just want to like minimize that effect. I think they can do it for like a cost fewer if you trigger it by restanding the effect. So yeah, the opponent will just pack it up there. I've got too much force coming up and they are missing their pieces. So we're just going to go into game 2 here. They'll start off, they'll go for, oh, not a great hand. I think they did mulligan this hand to start with, so they mulligan to a non-rookie, which is a little bit rougher. And of course, not hitting a rookie there from the delay is not what they want to be seeing. So there, they grabbed the delay. I've got a rookie in the back. We can go into the Garurumon, and then the Garurumon can start training up. You want to start training up as soon as possible, that way you can get as many face down sources as soon as you can, so you can start using them to fuel your effects and reduce the cost of evolutions. From here, we're just having a little bit of think. We're probably going to do a nice delay to pass turn passively. Revealing top 3, we're going to grab that Invisimon right away. I think we might still be digging for a level 5 in hand, or are we waiting for him to commit to the board in order to we can take advantage of his poor position right now. So he's able to find that rookie from that search. They get the draw from the rookie, they can start moving up next turn. Into the Guardromon, passing on 1. Restarting my Guru. We can start training again. I do have the line in hand. I just saw the Digimon draw. But we've got nothing to remove here, and it wouldn't keep turn, I think, to go into the Invisi. And we don't really want the Invisi just sitting on board like that, so we're just going to be passive. And yes, set up the analog and pass turn. Next turn I can start pushing up. We want him to commit to the board first. I think my opponent hand is really clunky right now with a lot of tamers, so he's just going to, he's thinking about, yeah, he's going to pitch the boost here and then play out the tamer. That way he can choke me on one, try to minimize the play that's been coming up. And this tamer is immune to the Vademon because it is 1 cost higher than its limit. Pushing out, we're going to trigger the analog to put a source under and gain a memory, draw a card. This will trigger the egg to evo up reduced by 1 into the Vademon. This is free because it's reduced by 1 by the egg and then reduced by 3 by the face downs. Into pitching the boost to go into the Invisimon here. Now I'm setting up the trap, flipping over the face down. We can swing with the Invisi, put itself in security, and then the Vademon will battle. This is such a good trap because the Invisi is going to come out and remove anything that comes out on the opponent's turn when they try to do a crackback. My opponent just shows their hand that's full of tamers. It's a really bad time for them. But this is the problem with the CS deck. They have fewer ways to draw and like search their deck than typical standard like builder line decks. And they're playing a lot more tamers than typical builder line decks. So there's going to be times where you just clunk out your hands because you're not searching and using passively like other decks do. And you're not really building up until you start to push. So yeah, big flaw in the CS design. So Powermon's pushing out, they put the level 4 under to gain a memory, draw a card into the new Digimon, reducing the cost with the egg to get the draw. They're going to do -2 security attack to the Vademon. I put that on dice there to show that. It's got a -2 security attack. From there they can go into a 5 and then a 6 to remove a board, but they just don't have the pieces because they haven't been able to find them. Into the Nokia, we'll just pass turn and Digimon comes out. De-Digivolving. This will keep the level 3 on board because it's got 2 sources. So no removal there. So we'll just start turn, we'll flip over the egg. We're going to trigger the analog to tuck the source under. And then gain a memory, draw a card if I've got 7 or less in hand. Thinking about what I'll put under. I've got a lot of delays in hand or passive moves. So we'll just tuck that meat under the Gabumon and then draw a card, getting memory. Into the rookie here, we can training with it, put a source under. Always check the source, always check what card you're going to put under when you're training. Into the Vademon, we're going to trash a source to bounce a Digimon. Now they shouldn't have checked a security because they did have -2 security. It just went over their head despite the fact that we've got the dice on the card that tell us that it's -2 security. So please apologize the illegal play there, but I've got such a strong control over this board that I honestly don't think it matters too much, the fact that it checked 1 more security. Into the Mermaidmon, I'm just trying to pass turn while keeping a really, really big board count to minimize his crackback. He's got 2 security left, he's got a rookie. He's trying to build his lineup, but I don't think he has enough memory to work it out very well. The Digimon can play out the Tamer that I've been bouncing back. There's the Ami. He can slot the 4 under to go into the 4 to draw a card, gain a memory, and then 1 cost Evo into the 4 through the egg, the draw, and I think from there, yeah, they scoop it up because they don't have the pieces. Also, there's no memory enough to keep pushing. I have a lot more games with the version 2 coming up where I can really showcase its power. Subscribe if you want to see more of that, and I'll see you next time.